Welcome back everyone to another Weather Glance video. In today's video we'll be covering the first preliminary fall forecast for the fall season of 2021, all coming up in just a bit. Alright, we are taking a look at our precipitation outlook for the fall season of 2021, and here you can see an active La Niña pattern. So, first thing we're going to be taking a look at is the southern United States. We have a slightly below average region for precipitation, and this is due to the jet stream staying mostly up north, coming down. It's going to be dipping down into the central United States, and then moving back up through the northeast. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to lock a lot of dry air. Even though we have a lot of Gulf humidity, this is going to be locking a lot of dry air down south. Now, with the occasional hurricane that might come through this hurricane season, this might throw this back into an average precipitation season, but we're mainly forecasting a slightly below average precipitation season for the fall season of 2021 for the southern United States. Alright, on our next part of the slide, we're going to be taking a look at our slightly above average region, which is going to be including portions of the northwest near Seattle and Portland, Oregon, even into Idaho, as well as portions of the northeast, as you can see surrounding this above average region. This is slightly above average region for Washington, just east of St. Louis and near Chicago, Illinois. Alright, and what that's going to be doing means that you're going to be seeing slightly above average precipitation. Now, you likely won't notice anything with this pattern, but that's just indicating that you will have slightly above average, maybe a couple extra inches throughout the season, but nothing really too noticeable. Alright, and our final region that we're going to be moving on to here is our actual above average region. This, you'll be able to notice some precipitation increase from. This is going to be for portions of the northeastern United States. Now, I'm not forecasting a well above average region, but we're focusing on the above average region, which means that a lot of these low pressure systems are going to be coming straight through northeast, constantly coming through, bringing a lot of extra precipitation that would not have been there in a normal season. Alright, on our next slide, we're taking a look at our temperature outlook for the fall season of 2021. And here you can see some significant changes due to the La Niña pattern. We are going to be seeing a widespread, slightly below average region for temperatures here in the northern United States. This is the north central United States, including some portions of the northwestern United States, but mainly sticking up here in the Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, all the way over to Montana area, dipping all the way down to Iowa as well. So these areas are going to be experiencing a pretty cold fall, and with a good bit of sunshine that will be around, you might have your fall leaves coming early, maybe until late August, early September. So that might be good for your fall foliage this year, and maybe an increase in fall foliage than normal. So now we're going to be moving on to our below average region, which this means that you will definitely see some below average temperatures. Here's where you're going to be seeing those very cold temperatures, maybe some polar vortexes come in late fall. So this is really going to be giving you a lot of cold air that's going to be coming to the United States, mainly focusing in on the north central United States near the Dakotas, western Minnesota, and eastern Montana, as well as northeastern Colorado. So you're going to be seeing, Wyoming. So you're going to be seeing a lot of cold air moving down here in the north central United States, which is going to be affecting your fall foliage, probably in a positive way, mostly, as long as there's relative sunshine. But yes, there's going to be a very cold fall for these areas. Alright, now we're going to be moving on to our next region, which is our slightly above average region, and we're only forecasting a slightly above average region for temperatures for the south. Again, due to that jet stream locking in all this warm, dry air down south, all the way into portions of Delaware, we are going to be forecasting a very slightly above average region for slightly above average temperatures here. So this is going to be bringing some slightly above average temperatures, not much of a difference, but you will be seeing some a slight difference in the temperatures in more of a positive direction. So maybe typically you feel about 60s or 70s in the fall. You're going to be probably getting some of those 80s in the fall season. So that's really what's going to be happening here. Not too much of a difference, but I could definitely see in some of the portions of Arizona and Albuquerque, maybe even to some of the Florida and areas like that, we will see some above average temperatures just because of how we've already hit like 130 degrees out in those areas. Not Delaware, not Florida, but over here in the Death Valley area, we just reached our next record high. So we could definitely see some above average temperatures there, but usually we're typically around average for this time of year in the Arizona area. Alright, in our final slide, which is our fall foliage slide, you'll be seeing when your fall foliage times will be happening. Now, this will be affected by the La Niña pattern, but mainly we won't see much of a change to the fall foliage forecast map from other years. Alright, so our first area is going to be the no fall foliage, little to no fall foliage area, and this is for much of the southeastern United States, as well as some portions of those desert regions, which we don't see much development of all for those trees to change. Alright, and on our next region of the map, we're going to be taking a look at our November region. Now, due to the warm air down here, you will see later development, so maybe mid to late November, if you will see any fall foliage. This is going to be for you here in this yellowish region. This is where you're going to be seeing that minimal development in November, so that's really when you're going to see your main fall foliage start to pop up, if you will see any at all. Alright, now on our next part of the slide, which is going to be the brownish region, this is going to be your October region. Now, typically, much of the area does start to see their development in October, but again, due to that warm air, we are going to be seeing much of these regions have October development. So, portions of Pittsburgh, south of Chicago, St. Louis, Missouri, Salt Lake City, Rapid City, Omaha, Atlanta, Georgia, and Washington, D.C. Those areas are going to be seeing that October development likely this fall season, according to what we're seeing so far. Alright, and on this next color, which is this pink shade, we can already see some portions of the Appalachian Mountains down here in the northern Georgia, throughout Tennessee, North Carolina, and Virginia. This area is going to be, due to the cold temperatures here in that development, we're going to be seeing our early September here with the development. So that means that only for the Appalachian Mountains here, that's when you're going to be seeing that main development. But north of Pittsburgh and in portions of New York, we do see that September development, so northern Pennsylvania going all the way up into North Dakota, and then we're going to come down through these mountainous regions, and that's where it's going to start to bring that cold air. And this is going to be your September region throughout all these areas into Washington, coming down through the Portland, Oregon area, through those mountains again, and stretching back up along the coastline. So this is going to be your September area, and that's when you're going to see your main fall foliage development due to that colder air that's locked up north. Alright, and in our final area, this is going to be our August development. So here you can start to see your main development happening in later August. So this is going to be late August development in portions of Maine, northern New Hampshire, and Vermont, and northern New York, as well as northern Michigan, all the way up through much of the northern United States, into North Dakota, and then again down through those mountainous regions, heading back up through Washington, just east of Seattle, and Portland, Oregon. That's where we're going to see that August development. So you can see that we do have very early development for some of these areas forecasted because of that extra cold air that will be coming through. Now, some of this area might be altered due to that extra precipitations coming through. Again, to form leaves color, you're going to need cold air, cold dry air, and lots of sunlight for those leaves to change. That's mainly what's going to be creating this. So if you don't have cold dry air and lots of sunlight, you're really not going to get that fall change coming through. Alright, I want to thank you all for watching today's video. I would ask that you consider subscribing for more U.S. forecasts free of charge, and also consider following the Weather Glance official Facebook page for more inside information and complimentary personal forecasts when you message me on my Facebook page. Again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.